you. We call on Honorable Emmanuel Johnson. Abraham M. Conning. Adama A. Wule. Swallow D. Cannon. Adam J. Conan. Lucini T. Sharif. Thank you, Honorable Johnson. We call on Honorable Hassan Duman.
Mahawa A. Trawale. Famuya A. J. Kumau. Mohammed A. Sharif. Mohammed V. Kouyaté. Makani S. Roman. Thank you.
Thank you. We say thanks to our students for receiving their certificates, and thanks to our honorable ministers and other dignitaries for presenting those certificates to our deserving students. At this time, we will take remarks, and we will begin with our students. So, we will begin with the second dose of WASSCE. Okay, Marcos Jr. All right. All protocol observed and sustained. I'm Marcos Nehru Jr., a proud Christian. the president of the Sekou High School, and the second dose of the just ended examination. And I'm grateful to God for His blessing upon my life. I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the Lord Mayor of the city of Monrovia for his continued support towards our institution. And also, many thanks go to our Father of this nation, the Almighty President ever in the history of our motherland, His Excellency President George Manning Wheeler. I want to extend many thanks to our teachers and administrators for their guidance throughout the struggles. It wasn't easy, but we made it. A special one to my team. We did extremely well. Sleeping on the floor, reading a lot of books. You know, it was a tough one, but God knows He never denied the truth. You know, when I was a little boy coming up, I had many visions. But looking for a role model, I spotted a very humble man who is the president of our republic. George Weah, our president, our father, is someone who has inspired me a lot. He's so humble to the extent that he brings himself down to his youth. When I was a little boy, at age 11, I lost my daddy. It wasn't easy living with single parent. My mother was someone who used to cook bowl before we survived. But with all of that, I kept the focus because I knew that one day success would come. I live with people, sell coconut through the street, go to the farm with dogs. But I never stop there because your determination determines your destiny. Today, I'm one of the best performing students in the Republic. It was because I'm someone who is determined and I want a better future for my family tomorrow. Not to prolong the time because we are already late, I just want to say, Lord, I'm grateful for everything you have been giving me through this life, and give thanks to God for who you are, and keep fighting for what you want to become tomorrow, because success never comes easy. Thank you.
Thank you. Indeed.
Thank you. Indeed, success never comes easy. Yes, his story is so touching. Sometimes we only look at the glory and the glamour, but we do not pay attention to the struggle a person goes through to become successful in life. At this time, we will call another student. This time around, she is the dukes of the class. No other but student Haja M. Kamara. Let's give it up for the dukes.
All political material is sustained. All thanks and appreciations goes to the Almighty God who has made every one of us to see this day. By seeing this day, it's not a pleasure, but it is a privilege given to every one of us today. And I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to our Mayor, Honorable Jefferson Tamakoji, for an excellent job. We hope and pray continue. I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to my principal, Bishop Bamian Sheriff, the best of all principals. I also want to extend my thanks and appreciations to our teaching stars because they were our backbone. Without them today, we wouldn't be here. I am very much glad today to be part of the 99 division students in Liberia. To be honest, it is now an easy task. You know, if you want to become a person in the future, a better one, you have to stay strong. No matter how the situation is, you have to keep pushing. Because success does not come easy. But at times, you see someone happy because they are successful. But as for me today, I am not happy because I'm successful. I am happy because a lot of struggle I passed through, and alhamdulillah, I was successful. So my success is not what I'm happy for, but the struggle that I passed through. You know, for who the guys today, people don't want to say our education ain't in kitchen. No. If you want to become a better person, you have to be focused and determined. You have to tell yourself that I'm going to do this and I will make it. All you have to get is courage. For me, I never deterred in life. No matter how the situation is, I always keep my goal front. We should be willing to die for our future, because our future is the one who will be here with us today. My dad, I want to give him all thanks and appreciation to him. No matter how the situation is, he is always my backbone. Mr. Muhammad Ali Kamara. He is always my backbone. Even if I'm stranded, he will tell me, no matter how the situation is, as long as blessing is with you, and Allah is our backbone, you will make it. And today, I'm very well overwhelmed with joy that I'm part of the 99 division students in Liberia. You know, if you want to become a greatest person in this world, you have to put people that was great, and then you can achieve a better ones than them. So for that, we have to follow these people and become who we are today. Alright, because of time, thanks and appreciation goes to the Almighty God and saver and his giving stars for that job well done. May Allah continue to bless you all and continue to bless we the students of Sekou Ibrahim Sharif and that of my B6.
Thank you. So we'll call the sponsor of the class to make her remarks.
Honorable observed, we are very impressed to be here at this hour. Is the working of the Almighty God. History has a way of paying all those who strive as much as possible to keep society on path. And as a mentor, sponsor of the class of Tratado, the most powerful class in the history of the Sekou University, I am so overwhelmed, and I knew from the time I was given this responsibility in the 10th grade up to the 12th grade, I always had a faith. I was very enthusiastic. I was optimistic that this class would produce the highest number of division students in Sekou Ibrahim Sharif High School. Last year we had the opportunity to go 10. This year we went 30. And next year we are hoping to go above this. And our target is not to stop to Liberia, but want to extend to the West African terrain. So that's why we work as a team. That's why we work as a team at Sekou Ibrahim Sharif High School. The administration is part of the team. The teaching staff is part of the team, and the parents are also working. We ensure that our parents don't continuously work the children at home, reduce the level of work at home, and allow our children to study. We tell our parents, our children study. They study like when Norwich or Everton or Watford preparing to play Barcelona. And so, in such a case, Norwich will have to practice in their dream. They have to practice, and they go extra mile practice because they play Barcelona. So we approach a watch a similar manner as Sekou Ibrahim Sharif High School. So we have many things to say. We are impressed. We are overwhelmed by the fact that we were called by the Lord Mayor Jefferson Tamakoji, who believes in the growth and development of the young people. In his love of the young people, he has never had a boundary. He doesn't have a boundary when it comes to the issue of the young people in Liberia. So we are very much impressed, and we are happy that we are here today. And we want to say thank you so much for the opportunity that you have given us as a school. We hope that the relationship that we have, the partnership that we have been able to build will continue. I can remember once upon a time when you came and served and helped the student council government with a lot of things in our school. We pray that the partnership continue beyond and beyond as we move Liberia forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we'll call the principal of the school from Munyan Sharif. The name is you get the man in the class with your reach. But if not be yourself.
Assalamu alaikum and good evening to my Christian brothers and sisters. First of all, I want to give thanks to the Almighty Allah for giving us the opportunity to be here today. It's a privilege given to us. Because as we are here, some people have answered to the call of Almighty Allah. So we say we are blessed. Firstly, I want to give a big thank and appreciation to our president, the President of the Republic of Liberia, for giving us the courage to see how best our education system can be better. He is the man who has given the poor people, our poor parents, the opportunity for the children to learn the WASSCE. I can remember sometime some of these students have been denied to sit wire at that time. But since he came to power, he has given that opportunity whether you are poor or rich. But that is your right to write WASSCE. So I want to say a big thank to him. And not only that, when first he paid the WASSCE fee, this governor he went extra mile because he realized parents was even struggling to buy a calculator, which is called with $7 United States dollar. He said no, in consultation with his team, he said we need to go further and provide calculator for these children because we know some of the parents cannot afford. So we say thanks to him. And this is our Division 1 that we went telling students we want to find a special time to honor him. We are honoring him because WASSCE is for him. Your report card, your diploma is for your parents because they are the one that pay your school fee. But WASSCE belongs to the president. He is the one pay your fee and then WASSCE belongs to him. To our minister, Sekou shall we go is to see how the education system can be better in Liberia. That is our goal. The reason I say it's our goal, we have been searching for so many years. Firestone, Convent, CWA, they have been tapping. But because they have been tapping, a lot of people have been reluctant. They say we can't build a Firestone because they have money. They have support. But since Sekou and Shariu have no support, if they can challenge Firestone, school in Grand Gillette, Lofa, Cape Mount, they will stand and say we can also be the Sekou Asheri because if Sekou Asheri can produce 30 Division 1 students, I think we can do it. So a school from the swamp, a day school, little school, if they can perform, that means any school can perform. Because of our goal, we want to challenge other institutions to be the Sekou Asheri. WASSCE is very easy. Only 3 things you need. The first one, qualified instructors. Some of the instructors that are not qualified. The second one, your testing evaluation system. Make sure there is no bribery in the system. That will motivate students to study and pass. But when a student observes their friend is cheating, when they are cheating, it discourages them to study. So that's one of the factors we should look at. The testing evaluation system should be very strong. And the fourth one, that why most of the students are failed because there is no laboratory. And it was you do paper tilly, which is lab. If you don't have lab, you can pass. And in some instances, lab carries 70 points. Essay or multiple choice carrying 50. The essay, the other percentage. So if you don't have lab, you are going to lose 70 points. I'm saying this to encourage my colleagues that we have to make sure the education system should be better. And for me, I can assure you with the opportunity and the motivation that you are giving to us, I can assure you, 3 years from now, we are going to target West Africa. And because of that, because of the lack of textbooks, Mr. Minister, we need to make sure we improve our education system. We need to get rid of pamphlet. Pamphlet even the student bring to what the instructor do, but the textbook open the mind. Make sure that we should go back to the old system. Well, before you register, you should have textbook. That's the only difference between Ghana, Nigeria, and us. Because we are using textbooks and we are still using pamphlet. The reason Sekou actually is performing is not matching. All our students have textbooks. It's not matching. I left from here, I went Ghana to buy textbook because I'm serious to change the education system. And the education system will be better under the regime of President George Monrovia. It must be better. It must be better for best to best. And the only school that will do it is Sekou Archery. You can remember we will have the conference to your place. We were the higher with 10. But until that 10 never shake school. So we say we're going to move 30 so we will be confused. That's the way we make the schools will be better. So Mr. Mayor, I want to say thank you. You visited our school. You like a partner to us. You are the one today. We are no longer using Blackboard. We are using a Webboard. We say thank you. You are the one today. Our students they are now sweating in the classroom. You provide fan for them. I say thank you. And now my instructor is a challenge for us. For the mayor and all the schools you have been under today. Let us make sure this coming WASSCE do everything possible. It's the sign of motivation to you, the instructors. We are not just sitting here just because we want to come, but your presence, it should be a sign of motivation that we can make sure the school system be better. May I thank you. May the Almighty Allah bless you. And Mr. Minister, I say thank you. We'll make you proud. When we do WASSCE, I know you'll be proud. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Principal. Let's give it up to the principal. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can do better than that. Thank you. This institution is indeed an inspiration to so many other schools that are not rated as the top schools in Liberia. But the fact that they have textbooks is something that we need to get that message across to other schools and to the Ministry of Education give support. It's good that we have our assistant minister here. So at this time we will entertain Quranic recitation from student Adama Wule. Let's clap for the brother as he comes up here. You can do more than that. Thank you. Greetings and Islamic greeting. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to read one of the great surah in the Holy Quran, which is Surah Al-Yasin. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباؤهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مقمحون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فعرشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أأنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم
لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم 2 فكذبوهما فعذبنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون صدق الله العظيم.
Thank you to student Adama Wule. So we continue with remarks, and at this time we will entertain remarks from the Honorable Assistant Minister for Student Personnel Services, Ministry of Education, Honorable Tano Maolo Bongoli.
Thank you. Please be seated. To the Lord Mayor, to my colleagues on the high table, to the principal of Sekou Sheriff, to the students, I want to say congratulations. You have performed exceptionally well. Like the principal said, last year was 10. I could remember I had dinner with 10 of them. We met at the Ministry of Education. And today is 30. So again, we're hoping for more numbers for the institution. Like you said, while you were making a remark, you made mention and appreciated His Excellency President George Monrovia. The reason being is, probably you don't know, let me say this to you. The president pays $75 per student that went to WASSCE. And this year we have over 40,000 students writing the WASSCE exam. So that times $75 times 40,000, then you know the kind of money the president is paying for students. So this is how important it is, and as the bread he has lifted on the shoulders of parents. Like you said, Mr. Principal, and I was taught to mention that the limitation in our education system is the lack of textbooks, and that which is true and it can be admitted to. We do not have the requisite textbook to provide institutions in this country. What we do have are listings of books, but we do not have the book. So in that note, we have had a conversation with the World Bank for us to develop a national digital library that can be accessed on your telephone without megabyte or internet. So World Bank has agreed to sponsor that project, and once it is fully launched, you can just go App Store or Google Play Store and just download an app and get access to everything online, be able to make it easy. So we are trying to gravitate from one level to another. In as much as we're trying to achieve these things, there are some challenges that we are yet to overcome. So I bring you greetings and congratulatory messages from the Ministry of Education. We are exceptionally proud of you. And let me say jokingly, I sat in my office and someone came to me and asked me, what is the secret of Sekou Sheriff? I said, probably you go ask the principal because we are handle. No, I know. It seems that in the entire history of the Republic, there's a time that we have had over 90 plus students going Division 1. And this is remarkable and it is appreciated. So the mayor has organized this program, he has always been there. The reason why he's organizing it is to serve as a motivation to your colleague after you. You are leaving now. But the mark that you have made is a step that is difficult to follow. Because students after you that they are saying, if they were 30, it won't be 50. So now they got more challenge and more weight on their shoulders to pass you. And let me leave you with the voice of Abraham Lincoln. He said the best way to predict your future is to create it. And today, you have created your own future by performing exceptionally well. Thank you.
Thank you. The best way to create the future is to create it. Thank you, Honorable Minister. At this time, we continue with the remarks, and I would like to call on a one-time student and youth, national student and youth leader, a scholar by excellence, and the person, a scholar by excellence, a lawyer, and the present chairman of the Liberia National Commission on Small Arms, Chairman Sekou Maxwell Gracie.
All protocol observed. You know, I want to talk about the mayor, so I want to use protocol quickly. Let me thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks for the opportunity. We just want to take 2 minutes. Yeah, he's the mayor. For almost 2 decades ago, he was the president for all high school students. So what you see him do tonight is something we did for almost all of our life 17, 18 years ago. So I'm not surprised. I've seen people take very hard decisions. This government, most of you will ask, what has the government done? Because we're accustomed to seeing structures. So if you don't see skyscraper in your community, the government has done nothing. But in 1999, when Mr. Taylor and others said they would pay people wire fees, it was like he was giving each house gold or diamond. At some point in time during the last regime, I think a year or so, when the government said we pay the wire fees, it was like diamond. So they pay wax fee is a responsibility. I don't know whether that's skyscraper, but I know that's something great. Congratulations, wish you God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Crispy. And now we're going to call the culture true. Thank you so much to the culture team. We are giving it up for them one more time. So I think we have come to the more important part, and I will ask that you all please rise as we welcome His Lordship Jefferson Tamakoji, Mayor of the City of Monrovia. Y'all be clapping, huh? Y'all be clapping it now.
Can I have a seat? You know, it's important you're getting late. So as we give our brief remark, we will appreciate when you to go and just grab something to eat. It's important for our students, they're getting very late. So while they cross through, today this program is not for us, it's particularly for you. We want to say thank you to the folk estate. We want to say thank you to our faculties, most especially the teachers, and in particular the principal. We also want to say thank you to Crusader of Peace, who have been consistently a partner with the Monrovia City Government, who's pioneering of our activities. We want to say thank you to Master Queen, who have now taken the responsibility. We want to say thank you also. And our distinguished illustrious heart team. And interestingly, the guy behind me, all of them are once upon a time a retired student general and scouts who have been in the world of student activity for a couple of decades. So what you witness here is not something surprising. So I just thought that it was honoring for us to have them, and fortunately for once upon a time, like every one of you, that Master just said, when we were students, we also took upon ourselves to advocate, to propagate issues that were concerning the student community. So today we thought to have the likes of Malaya Zaire Sharif, who is an assistant minister currently at the Ministry of Youth and Sport, a former, I would like Scala to be former. So Scala is a former person. You have, I hear a young man, we're talking about his story, and I just have swine with, we're having Lisa and Emmanuel Johnson. As I hear a young man, he's trying to say he was faced with difficulty. If Emmanuel Lisa was given a microphone now and just tell you where he came from in time, the young man will begin to cry for him. Like I normally like to talk to Emmanuel Johnson. He's currently an assistant minister of the youth and sport, and I refer to him as son of a watchman. And this is a man who father were making literally $30,000. His mother was seated and selling oil, and he's been traumatized with something. I don't know the situation. One time we were out trying to enforce, and there was a situation said about a man said, "Mayor, we wasting people and beat them and take the market." And this man said to me, when he was in Cape back then in Southbury, he had a terrible experience by the Monrovia City Police. And his mom was selling oil, and it was on Sunday, and said that she should not have been selling to a particular place. And that's what the Oma used to sell and pay their school fee. But before his watchful eyes, the whole plate of oil was seized and wasted on the ground. And they returned him with thieves. And since that day, at the age of 7 very up to now, he hasn't forgotten that story. But today, he comes to City Hall, and the mayor of the City Hall happens to be his bigger brother. You see our levels? It is an interesting matter. So I will put in my situation. What was the situation here in the City Hall? So as you having your meal, consider me to act like Indomaga for you briefly. And let me, the difference between me and Indomaga is that I will be historical. Indomaga will say something else. So while being historical, I want to share something. You know, sometimes it's important. It's very, very much important. Today, people don't, and like a young lady said to you, it's not the success that we come to celebrate. It's the struggle that we lived. And that's why we come in. I admire that about her. And I think it should be the way out. It's not the sunset, but the struggle that you do along the wayside. It's what we should come to recognize. Grace Bay and I have some protracted history with our younger brother, Hassan Newland. And interestingly, in this particular city hall, Grace Bay used to live right back on the 8th. Grace Bay, I think Grace Bay was in 10th, exactly so 10th. And I just came, and we got to know each other for student activities. And he used to live with his uncle, and uncle has a wife. It was a racket path, you don't know people back there. Grace Bay said I should not say it, but I just want to say it to the public. This is sometimes people don't do. And this lady now, she's in America. Grace Bay used to be on the porch. Grace Bay used to be on the porch, and I saw this guy, y'all remember that guy who used to like talking and never sharp. And I listened to this guy, I said, no, this guy is something more than I can imagine. And fortunately for us, the chemistry became very reflective, and we got to know each other. We were serving, I used to come for him. When I come for him, I have to wait for him after you get to washing the dishes. And usually when a woman see me around, I thought a woman can increase their responsibility. To discourage me from father. So I tell him, man, you have to be focused. The woman said, the guys got to be very focused. Well, the woman that she discouraged me, but I'm very determined. Because I knew that after Grace we get through responsibility, we get on our strong, our normal day hustle. And we go. And it also was very interesting. We used to go after advocating and doing student matter. So we started there and City Hall. On one of those occasions, we hosted an activity, students something. We were hoping to talk to, I think Laura, we were here by that time. When you come to City Hall, when you go, you will say you have to leave. I think because it used to be 100 hours. You will leave 100 hours in case of anything, something you do, emergency, anything happen. But we came, and we didn't have money to pay for the hall. Who's her? I think it was Miss Sekou or something. Miss Haskell, it was a Miss Haskell. So we organized the program. Interestingly, there was a commotion. We were unable to raise the money and to pay. So after that process, you get the actors who come to you, say you got to pay them. They have one dance, they were very good. Very, very good. 3 T's. They had 3 T's. And they have blue jerseys and one red dog. Oh, he's so racing. He's red dog. Very good. So the guy walked out around. The Brian needs to say, look, don't you tell us because my sister got PPT. The Brian said, look, Mr. President, we got money. Don't look for the man, 3 T, other men are playing money. Like I can't go out and sleep again. But my mother said, no, don't do it. Don't mind man, they ain't doing anything. Let's go 3 T. Let's go 3 T and we come and just now listen to my husband and we keep the program going flooded. People came until we didn't have the security to pretend. We went bust the place. So the money was rolled, we didn't pay the money. So everything went beyond our control. When we were there, Gabriel, how do we solve the issues? Actors won, judges won their pay, and the issue I never overwhelmed. What you call it, the tailor came for the training costume and all kind of thing. I said, so the Roy said, you are fast, you can listen. I didn't want to play there, so I come back. I said, man, the way things looking, we got to retire on the stage. He said, well, did you get talking printing? So I said, man, leave my opinion, got to go ahead. He listened to me, I left him to play. So I put my phone in my ear, and I was talking there, and wrap it around. So I left. When I left, rather than sit down and get my bed, put my bed in. He said, Pastor, call me. He said, Bob, where are you? I said, you asked me. So, but anyway, it was a long story. You know, some of the price we needed to pay to be here to be. And also sometimes when I see people talking as look, you do not We've been there, done that, and got a t-shirt. It was very interesting. We have to went, and I was out there on the story. He spent some time in prison. So, so finally we got back and we solved the issue. But Sekou Sharif. So the issue is that one of your performance or for Obama Penny, sometimes I get very confused. Because I've been informed that Obama has a tie to the school, but Mr. President, principal, on a very frank, we want to say we're very proud of you. We're proud of you for the dedication. We're proud of you for the sacrifices. You know, the country going through a lot. Even this was that today, it was a time that when Master Graceman, Phil Dixon, and myself, we sued the Republic of Liberia before. If you remember in 2007, when they said the issue of WASSCE leaked, and the student, all of them passed. And so they said they were canceling WASSCE. Because we were student activists who disagreed. We had an issue on collective guilt. We said the students were not responsible to bring the test in the country. So how then can how can you blame them for the leakage of the text? We think the responsibility should be on WASSCE, those who administer the test. So we took Alan Johnson leave to the Supreme Court on behalf of the student of the country. And fortunately for us, when the issue got so serious, the president had to talk and say, well, what we want you to do is that we provide the human again, we're trying to the test, the ball pencil for all of, Ellen. She said, okay, well, man, y'all get kids, but let's put the test that spoiled, on BBC is spoiled, but we want to pay all the children. So the government of the operation will pay pencil for all the children who will take the test. It was H1 or H2B or something. So, 2HB, so the woman you want to provide, check down there, everybody who really took the test, you want to provide it. So we just want to see our engagement with students. To you, the student, when we were campaigning in 2017, if you can recall, it was one of the advocacies we made with our president. In fact, we met the first group of students and we assisted them. The second group of students, we also assisted, we called the president. Before we load the new just spread a wildfire, the president got overwhelmed with all of the students. And he called me out of town and said, you leaders, he said, look, I think this is becoming a classic. God being above, if we get elected, I think this is a burden. We must be able to take the burden off the shoulder of our parents. And so the students can just go and take their test. The president being a person true to his words, we want to bless God for that commitment. We want to say thank you, Mr. President. When you were campaigning, Jabba assisted one group of students, and I think our school came from New Kutan. When they came, they asked, they were about 28. And after from 28, we got overwhelmed to almost 1,000 students. And the president said, if I become president, I will ensure that this burden will be taken off the shoulder of our parents. So today, for the president to be truly manifesting that, we are grateful. And many of you students today who go to school in the United, the master said key things. And sometimes people are so accustomed to seeing certain things. But I think this president not just only engaged into physical infrastructure, but the president is building mental infrastructure. When your mental, when your mental infrastructure is erected, you are owned for your rest of your lifetime. And I think nothing, no matter can give you more than that. We want to say thank you, and today, our being here to inspire you so that colleagues of yours can see it as an inspiration so they can do better than what you're doing. And we want to ask our fourth estate, we must begin to flag because their success hinges on the reputation of our country. Too often people say this country was engulfed with mess. It's easy to express, but it's difficult to demonstrate in solving some of those challenges. And I think not just talking to multiply effort. The instructors have been informed by my see why I say 51 or 52 instructors. And 55, we want to say thank you so much for your entire instructor. I want to say thank you on behalf of the Monrovia City government and the students. We just gave you this so we can inspire you. We want to say thank you for doing it. It should not just be 1 year. We want you that your brilliance and your excellence should continue wherever you find yourself in any academic environment. We want you to continue because it pays to be excellent. It pays to be excellent. So you see, today, what you have done is what happened today. So all of you will get one arrangement with you. If you were attend LU, you will not pay for your entry fee. All 30 of you, who will take that responsibility. If you go to LU, we want to encourage you to go to LU because personally are free. So if you go to LU, you can come out. When you go to LU, don't waste your time. You have no Bama and your entrance fee. To you, the instructors, we are very, very happy because the student is happy to be your output. We also want to say to you, on our own way, we want to contribute 60 megahertz for all of the instructors. So you can come tomorrow. If I want to inform you that we already get the rest from Nova Country. Control system from Nova Country. So you can come and pick it up. It's about telling you thank you and want to say thank you so much for these kids, what you have done for them and you continue to do. Whatever way we can do, we have money here, but we would like to say we remain as ambassador to trumpet, to echo some of the challenges you are faced with. We want many others. In fact, what we're trying to do, Mr. Cherry, I want to talk to you. We're trying to see how we can talk to some of the schools in Nova County so they can be able to talk to you, so you can see how we can share some of the going on. Because we want not just Sekou and Sherry, we want many other institutions, many other schools can be moved. And that's why someone asked me, say, why you not get students? I said, no. We wouldn't deal with you because you reached where no one have reached. If people want to deal with them, they should take up the tax what you have done. If you want to continue, whenever you reach this level, there will be another way to engage you. We want to see the fire you in the city, and you're making this city proud. We are very, very, very proud of you. And we invite a student to our program on February 16th, over Monrovia Day. It will be our guest of honor. Thank you so much.